A Mediterranean diet incorporates the traditional healthy living habits of people from countries bordering the Mediterranean Sea, including France, Greece, Italy, and Spain. The Mediterranean diet varies by country and region, so it has a range of definitions. But in general, it's high in vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, beans, cereals, grains, fish, and unsaturated fats such as olive oil. It usually includes a low intake of meat and dairy foods. The Mediterranean diet has been linked with good health, including a healthier heart. How to make your diet more Mediterranean? You can make your diet more Mediterranean style by eating plenty of starchy foods, such as bread and pasta. Eating plenty of fruit and vegetables, including fish in your diet. Eating less meat. Choosing products made from vegetable and plant oils, such as olive oil. The Eat Well Guide. The Mediterranean diet is very similar to the government's healthy eating advice, which is set out in the Eat Well Guide. The guide shows what foods are needed for a healthy, balanced diet and how much you should eat of each food group. Eat at least 5 portions of a variety of fruit and vegetables every day. Find out more about getting your 5 a day. Base your meals on starchy foods such as potatoes, bread, rice and pasta. Choose whole grain versions where possible. Eat some beans or pulses, fish, eggs, meat and other proteins, including 2 portions of fish every week, one of which should be oily. Have some dairy or dairy alternatives, such as soy drinks. Choose lower fat and lower sugar options. Choose unsaturated oils and spreads, and eat them in small amounts. Drink 6 to 8 glasses of fluid a day. If consuming foods and drinks that are high in fat, salt or sugar, have them less often and in small amounts. Find out more about reducing sugar in your diet. You do not need to achieve this balance with every meal, but try to get it right over the course of a day or even a week. 8 budget-friendly ways to follow a Mediterranean diet. The Mediterranean diet will tell you it's a favorite because it focuses on big, bold flavored foods, fresh fruits and veggies, herbs, spices, and heart-healthy fats. That means eating in-season produce, skipping the processed foods, amping up the whole grains, and opting for olive oil, nuts, and fish, the good fats, over butter, full-fat dairy, and red meat. Another win for the Mediterranean diet, a little bit of red wine is recommended, up to 1 glass per day for women and 2 for men. Some of these core ingredients can be pricey. So we went to the experts and gathered 8 tips to help you follow this heart-healthy diet without breaking the bank. 1. Make canned beans a pantry staple. They're cheap, they're quick to cook, they can even be served without any preparation, and they're packed with protein and fiber, says Michael Salakis, an executive chef, the owner of 7 New York City restaurants, and the author of Live to Eat, Cooking the Mediterranean Way. Throw them in salads, blend them for a quick dip, or braise them with veggies for a weeknight chili or stew. 2. Think more veggies, less meat. The Mediterranean diet was born from a peasant's lifestyle where meat was a luxury, Salakis says. Focus on filling up your plate with more vegetables and treat meat as a sometime source of protein. Consider expanding the idea of meatless Mondays to Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and see how it affects your bottom line. Indeed, a study published in September 2015 in the Journal of Hunger and Environmental Nutrition found that a vegetarian diet can save about $750 annually compared with an omnivorous diet. 3. Take eggs beyond breakfast. These delicious morsels of protein are affordable and plentiful, Salakis says. A frittata with roasted cherry tomatoes, frozen spinach, a sprinkle of feta cheese, and a side salad is a healthy dinner idea and kind to the wallet, too. 4. Hit the farmer's market, especially when it's about to close. Not only will you find the freshest produce, but you can often get items cheaper if you go later in the day, says Lauren Manganiello, RD, a nutrition coach in New York. Growers usually mark down the price because they'd rather sell the produce than pack it back up. 5. Join a local CSA, community-supported agriculture. CSAs provide weekly fresh fruits and vegetables from local farmers and are usually much less expensive than the grocery store, Manganiello says. Plus, there's the added benefit of knowing that you've supported a local farm and farmer. 6. Try this budget-friendly puttanesca. My go-to Mediterranean diet dinner on a budget is pasta puttanesca, says Rochelle Malik, RD, founder of The Food Therapist in Chicago. I sauté tin sardines and chopped kale in extra virgin olive oil with canned tomatoes, pitted olives, capers, dried oregano, and red chili flakes, then toss it with cooked whole wheat spaghetti. It's a healthy meal that's super cheap. 7. Stock up when you see sales. Whether it's seafood, nuts, herbs, or berries, always seek out the sales, says Kristen Dornick, a food blogger in Newport Beach, California. You can freeze much of it for later so that you always have food on hand. Some grocery stores even have a section of discounted products that can save you lots of moolah if you plan ahead. Freeze fresh herbs in ice cube trays with some chicken broth. Make your own chicken stock. My yaya, Greek for grandmother, always had a stock pot going, making chicken broth at all hours of the day. She would add leftover onion scraps, celery stalks, and cloves of garlic for flavor. 8. Buy nuts in bulk. Buy nuts in bulk at co-ops to keep your prices down, says Claire Hassler-Lewis, Ph.D., the founding executive director of the Robert Mondavi Institute for Wine and Food Science at the University of California in Davis. Costco is good for low-priced nuts in bulk, too. So you can DIY your own mixes with heart-healthy walnuts and almonds and more.